If you're somebody that's been locked up before, then I'm pretty sure you can agree with me on what I'm about to say. You probably feel like you escaped death, not once, not twice, maybe multiple, numerous times while you were incarcerated. And that's due to the fact of what goes on in there, the type of way you do your time, and along with what they serve you to eat. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about a time I feel like I escaped death inside a prison. All because I didn't go to chow some days. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Frog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is K-Frog, and I like to break it down and let people know what it's truly like inside a prison. So if you're trying to learn about that and you want to know what it's truly like behind them gates, you're in the right place. Because one thing about it, I'm going to give you that real spill each and every time. Ain't no sugarcoating, ain't no watered down, none of that. I'm going to let you know exactly what to expect on the other side of them fences. Alright, now for this video here, I'm going to be talking about a time I feel like I escaped death inside a prison. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, every day waking up in there's a blessing. Just like on the streets. But in there, it's even more of a blessing because you see people getting stabbed up. You see people getting sliced. You see so many things go on a day-to-day basis. Some people do not make it home. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this multiple times in videos that you can have people that do 20 years and come home. And you can have some people that go up the road just to get a year and a day and get killed and don't end up making it out. Alright, now, for this one, when I'm talking about how I almost escaped death, of course I'm not talking about with the stabbings, you know, or anything that an inmate could have done to me. Or even, you know, the guards, you know. But y'all know how prison is, okay? Even if you ain't been there before, I'm pretty sure you know how it is. Of course, inmates try to harm you. You know, you got to protect yourself at all costs. You know, every single day is something. Whether you're in the middle of gambling, whether you're just like to keep it, you know, real with people, whether you like to just stick up for yourself, you're going to defend yourself, or you know, you hustle, whatever it is you got going on, you will find your way into something, some type of problems, all right? Now, for this one here, you know, it's more on the way I feel like I escaped death, and believe it or not, it had to do with the food that they were serving in there. And I know you think about it like, yeah, it couldn't have been that bad. Don't get me wrong. I grew up eating that type of shit. So me, I love chain gang food. You know what I'm saying? I love the shit they give you in the county. That trash slop and all that shit to where your tray feels heavy. You get your chili and rice and your shit feels weefy. Like you got your nice, good old, you know, healthy tray. Big old fat one. When in all reality, that rice is just soaking in water. So you got a lot of water in there when you're done eating your rice. You see the water on the bottom of the tray. You know, like, I like that shit because I grew up eating it. The Salisbury steaks, the little meatloaf things, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. That mystery meat's what we call it. But I'm not talking about I feel like I escaped death due to how, you know, trash the food was. But what I'm talking about is the specific week where people were dropping like flies inside of prison. All because of the food, alright? Now, prison's like one of them places to where if, you know, one person gets sick, the entire compound's gonna get sick. First, it might be just your dorm, and the next thing you know, it's gonna spread like a virus. All right, now, me, I didn't go to chow every single day. Why? Because I had money in there. I was hustling. I had, you know, shit coming in and out left and right every single day. I went to chow a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, if I just throw a number out there, let's say 8,000 days, right? Let's say I did, out of 8,000 days, I'd say I probably did like 5,000 and something that I went to chow. You know what I'm saying? But there's also been times where I didn't go to chow for like 8 months, you know, because I didn't have to. I didn't want to. It's the same bullshit over and over and over again, even though it's enjoyable. You know, it's like I can make my own shit here. And then I always had things going on to where I couldn't just, you know, risk leaving things in the dorm at certain times anyways, you know? So, on this particular week, people started getting real sick, right? And everybody thought at first, oh, it's just a flu, it's just a cold, right? They're like, oh, it ain't,
it ain't nothing serious, you know. But the way it works inside a prison is you can go ahead and you can fill out a sick call, but by the time they call you to the, you know, the medical, and by the time the nurse takes a look at you, you ain't sick no more, you know. And in the county jail and shit like that, same thing. By the time you put in the sick call and they call you, it's going to be the same thing, and they're going to charge you just for the nurse calling you to be seen. And if they give you some type of like medicine, you know, pills, they're going to charge you per pill. So that shit ain't really worth it. When you get sick in there, you got to just, you know, take that shit to the chin and just, you know, go on with your day. So when people started getting sick, you know, a lot of people thought it was just like a common cold or something like that. But in all reality, it was the food they were giving us. And they found out that there was a certain, you know, type of shit in the meat that they were feeding everybody. And we've had a, you know, situation like this occur back in the day one time inside a prison as well. It was called gut rot, you know. And I've told that before, how an inmate died of gut rot. But this was different, you know. It wasn't just dropping people. It was more like damn near killing them at first, and then when they would have to take them to outside medical. Like, they couldn't treat them where we were at, you know. They would probably send them to like a reception center and try to treat them, and that shit wasn't even working, you know. So next thing you know, while I was locked up, I was calling people on the streets, and I was telling them, man, yeah, man, they just took this one dude out of here, they took this other dude out of here. And for a while, the guards kind of like kept it down, you know, under wrap, because the people that would leave, you know, you're thinking they just got shipped. They're not telling everybody, oh yeah, they died. You know, they're making us think that, oh, he got shipped somewhere to, you know, continue his bid elsewhere. You feel me? But then as I'm talking about people on the streets, and they're like, you know, the person I was on the phone was like, there's no way you can look it up. So I thought about it. I was like, matter of fact, there is. So I started looking up like mortality sheets. So fought around and looked and seen someone that was just in my dorm like 4 days ago. Looked it up, mortality sheet, natural causes. See, so I'm like, oh shit, so he didn't make it. So next thing you know, there was another guy that was actually on the other side of the compound that he got rushed to outside medical too. You feel me? Go to looking him up. I go to, you know, the prison I'm at, mortality sheet. I look, another dude dead off the same shit now, and they both had the same symptoms and got sick. They made it to where they couldn't feed us this certain meat for a while. That's why I feel like I escaped death, because a lot of people were complaining about this meat in the first place. Like, a lot of people didn't like it. They wanted to bring back the shit they were giving us before. Me, I didn't give a damn. You know, I'm in prison. I can't change it. You know, one voice ain't changing it. Even if 1,500 of us stood up, we ain't got that much pull in there to just change the entire menu that they've had for decades. You know what I'm saying? Centuries. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really didn't give a damn. Whatever it was, I'll go there and, you know, I'll put me some ramen seasoned pack on there, or bring me a damn ketchup, mustard, man. I'll make me a sandwich out of that and eat it, you know, and keep it moving. I don't really complain like that. So I know for a fact, if I would have happened to go to Chow during that week, on the specific days that they had those, I would have ate my shit. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it would have been my luck too that it would have happened. Now, it was bad because I'm not the only person that doesn't go to Chow. There's hundreds of people that skip Chow. There's some people on the compound that you won't even know is there. You'll feel like they're brand new. Really, they've been there 3 years. You just never see them because they never go to Chow. You get what I'm saying? Which it costs to never go to Chow either, because you obviously got to eat. So now you're dipping into your money, you know, your canteen, whatever it is you got going on. So it's always way cheaper, you know, to go and just live off the 3 meals they give you. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is enough to make you get by, you know. Yeah, you're going to feel like you're hungry and shit, but after a while, your body will adapt to it. You see what I'm saying? And since so many people didn't go to Chow, normally, it didn't really get that many people in there. You get what I'm saying? Like, it had literally, like in this 1 week, because it isn't like we got the same patty every damn day of the week. We got the patty one day out of that week. It was on Thursdays. So that 1 week, they literally had like 26 people. There was 26 people that got sick due to that, right? And it was to the point they locked us all down. When they locked us all down, they literally had to bring the buses there at nighttime to rush these people to outside medical. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazier because I'm thinking like, damn, last fucking, you know, when they did it to the, and I seen the other dudes were popping up on the mortality sheet. I'm telling my homeboys, I'm like, bro, that mortality sheet's gonna be flooded, bro. Watch, bro. They're all finna be on there, bro. It ain't a coincidence. And they're like, nah, man, there ain't no way. I'm gonna keep it 100. They weren't all on there, but there was like 7 of them. 7 out of the 26 were on there. Not counting the first 2 that went on there. So 9 in total while I was there. And they all happened to say the same shit. They all happened to say like it was a mistake or natural causes. You get what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, damn. Did somebody put something in the meat on purpose to try to like target someone, and did it like scatter somehow? Now they're got people just dropping like flies. You know, you got to think about it. You know, Jim Jones, you know, the jail drink and shit like that. The reason they call that shit Jim Jones is because long ass time ago, Jim Jones, the guy, made everybody trust in him and believe in him, and he had them all drink that shit and kill themselves doing it. So that's why when you get the drink, they call it Jim Jones. Like, oh, you don't know what you're drinking. It could be a poison. They're going to kill you. You see what I'm saying? And it goes back to where it makes you wonder, was the guards involved on this shit when this shit was happening with these patties? Or was it an inmate just trying to take somebody out? You see, but I feel like if they were trying to take somebody out, they would have made, you know, for sure, they would have had it to where instead of it spreading out and getting 20-something different people, instead, they'd have it to where that whole dose is in one to get their target, where you know he ain't getting up. You see what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I don't know who, you know, had it there, or if it was just the shit they were shopping, what they did. They ended up taking that shit off the menu after a while, and then they gave us these other new patties that were big as fuck. They were like reddish orange. They were fire, though. They were like hot and spicy like patties. They were flat and like a size of like a small paper plate. Feel me? But I truly feel like I escaped death that particular day on that week, because like I said, I know I would have ate it, you know, and I'm the type, I think of shit like that. Like, I think of like everything I've been through in life, you know what I'm saying, things that I survived, things that I've, you know, conquered and shit. I always feel like it'd be the one littlest thing you ain't thinking of will be the way you die. You know what I'm saying? So after that shit was happening, I was like, I know for a fact I would have went and got that patty. I would have ate my shit, and my luck, I'd be one of them ones that was over there hurling myself, to just throwing up everywhere, until they finally transfer me somewhere, and before you know it, I die. You know, my peoples ain't even gonna really know what happens. You see, that was my biggest fear. But I do feel like I escaped death on that particular day. You see what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I've had multiple death, you know, occasions inside of prison. You know, I've had a bunch of close counters, but never nothing that, you know, is like, you know, you can't control that. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like if they throw your ass in confinement, right? Let's just say they throw you in confinement, or they stop canteen from being allowed to even come on the compound. What are you going to eat to survive? The food they give you. See, so you would like have to eat eventually. You know what I'm saying? It isn't like you don't want to get stabbed by somebody, then just don't do business with that person, or don't do nothing to get in a situation where you'll get stabbed. See, you actually have an option to stay clear of that. But when it comes to shit inside of your food, you really don't have an option unless canteen's allowed. Unless, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to eat that food. You feel me? But if they put your ass in confinement, which you're not allowed to hit the canteen window while you're in confinement, even though you can get an order and you can get a couple food items, you know, I think it's like 5 food items, 4 non-food items, once every like 2 weeks or some shit like that. But if you weren't able to get that stuff, if they put an end to all that stuff, next thing you know, your ass would be forced to go and eat the shit that can have poison in it. They can literally trick the whole system if they wanted to. They can tell every single person, oh, we're going to eat this, you know, we're going to give y'all special trays today. Today, man, y'all are getting special trays. Instead of getting a fucking piece of dry cake, you're going to get a brownie. And instead of getting regular bread, you're going to get these dinner rolls. Instead of getting instant powder mashed potatoes, you're going to get real deal whipped mashed potatoes. You know, like they can bribe and trick everybody that's locked up right now into eating. Kind of like they do when holiday trays come out. When holiday trays come out, everybody tries to go get their holiday tray. You know, even if they're not going to eat it, they're going to sell it. You know, but it's like they have ways to where they can get your ass. You know what I'm saying? And to me seeing people drop and them counters and shit like that, them close scares and everything, it kind of made it to where I understood that, you know, I didn't feel comfortable at all eating that shit then after that. You know, not just that day, but I'm just talking about in general. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they got some shit that chemicals they use for cockroaches and rats and shit inside of the chow hall, because how dirty and nasty it is in there, that you don't know if they just tilt that bitch over and just go to filling up the damn baked beans with the damn rat poisoning. Or you know what I'm saying? You don't know. You have no idea. And it's possible. You see what I'm saying? They can literally be like, you know what? We're just going to get everybody as much as we can. If we got 1,500 inmates in here, we'll tell everybody it's mandatory chow. That's exactly how they get you. Mandatory chow, which is what they usually do when there's going to be a shakedown. So even if you ain't trying to eat, if they say mandatory chow, you're still going to go to the chow hall, and you're 9 times out of 10, you're going to get your chow tray, and you probably just pick at it a little bit. But they can literally get every single person if they wanted to. A couple people that they won't get, those would be the, you know, the lucky ones. You feel me? But I feel like I was so close, because I know for a fact in the back of my mind that I would have ate that shit if I would have went. And I know I was going to go, you feel me? But like I said, I had something going on in the dorm where I couldn't just leave my phone at the moment, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't risk losing this to go get that, you feel me? But if everything was in rotation like I was trying to do, then, you know, it wouldn't have been nothing. I would have went there, got my shit. Next thing you know, you wouldn't even been hearing from Frog right now. You see? So I want to come on here and share that with y'all. I want y'all to let me know in the comment section. Have y'all ever seen somebody get food poisoned or something like that while incarcerated? Have you ever seen somebody die, you know, from what they were fed while locked up? Or have you seen inmates ever try to, you know, drug someone, you know, like, because, you know, inmates will put like sleeping meds and shit like that in people's food and give it to them just so when they doze off, they can either try to take their culo or like kill them, you know, just, you know, try to make them weaken up a little bit before they run down on them and catch their ass slipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of things that go on. You never know what devils are thinking at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And in prison, there's a bunch of devils. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I want to share with y'all today, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. It's very important. Have y'all ever seen somebody do that to somebody inside of prison? Have you ever seen somebody get food poisoned? Have you ever seen somebody die from what they ate inside of prison? If you have, drop it in there. I'm pretty sure everybody will want to know. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope y'all have a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had an awesome 4th of July. You know, I did. You know, any day out here is blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate y'all watching, man. Like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.